During a new tell-all interview with Jamie Lynn Spears, she claimed that she was confused as to why her sister Britney Spears is at war with her. However, at the same time, she repeatedly tried to avoid conservatorship questions. Personally, it's the at war part that just really shows you how dramatic Jamie Spears is being about all of this. While promoting her new book on Good Morning America called Things I Should Have Said, Jamie said that she was happy that her sister's conservatorship had ended, but then she kept avoiding questions about how she felt about the conservatorship during those 13 years that it was still in place. Jamie claimed that when the conservatorship was first put in place, she didn't understand what was happening because she was dealing with her own issues, mainly having a baby at 17 years old. According to Jamie, the PR teams were so busy with what was happening with Britney that they just put Jamie in a cabin with no phone to avoid any paparazzi. There were a lot of contradictions though happening in this interview as well, which is not really surprising. Jamie said that she understands as little about conservatorships now as she did when it started, which is really strange because it lasted for 13 years. Then she revealed for the first time that she attempted to give Britney the resources to end her conservatorship. So how could you say that you still know nothing about it now, but then also claim that you were so well versed that you could give resources on how to end it? I mean, maybe she just means that she found a lawyer who perhaps could help her, but after 13 years, it's not hard to just do a Google search. It's not like Britney Spears was the first celebrity to ever be put into a conservatorship. From the perspective of Jamie Lynn though, she genuinely believes that she was helping Britney throughout all of this, and according to her, the help had been welcomed. She even said that Britney had asked her to make sure that her two boys were taken care of and got what they needed. A big claim that Britney had made during her court hearing was that everyone in her family, including Jamie Lynn, had profited off of her while she was in this conservatorship, with Britney later going after Jamie Lynn specifically for remixing some of her songs. In part of an Instagram caption, she wrote, "I don't like that my sister showed up at an award show and performed my songs to remixes. My so-called support system hurt me deeply. This conservatorship killed my dreams." And Jamie claims that this was nothing more than just a misunderstanding. She added that at no point did she oversee any of Britney's money. She was simply asked to take care of her boys, which she believed was a normal thing for a sibling to ask of another sibling. She also explains in her book that both of them were in the midst of their own crisis when Britney was put into a conservatorship, which broke down communication between them even more. She says in the book, "Britney was in the midst of her own crisis, and because we were isolated from each other, our communication was non-existent. My family denied my attempts to be independent and left me with no other choice than to threaten to file for emancipation with the courts. I spent days agonizing with my pending decision, but I followed my gut and instructed my new lawyer to go ahead and drop the petition. Simultaneously, my sister was experiencing her own breakdown, and media speculation about her wellness, and our family already had the paparazzi swarming. Everyone involved with my saga reluctantly agreed that we needed to do what was best to avoid any more negative media attention." Tension between these two, though, began to resurface recently when fans noticed that Britney had unfollowed Jamie Lynn on Instagram, which I'm guessing is what Jamie Lynn is probably so confused about right now. And in a post that seemingly is responding to Jamie Lynn's confusion, Britney writes next to a photo of a typewriter, "Shall I start from the beginning?" I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this though, because that's all the time we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one.